On Italy, I'm joined now by Paolo Grimaldi, the head of the Italian delegation to the OSCE Parliamentary Assembly and the man who submitted Netanyahu for that prize. Thank you, Mr. Grimaldi, for joining us this hour. Let's begin first by how you explain to the committee why Netanyahu is deserving of this award.
Good evening. Thank you for the connection. Because he talked by facts, he got very important results. I think he worked with the President Trump to got this results. Unfortunately, I can candidate just one person as the Nobel Premium for the Peace, and President Donald Trump was already candidate. So I thought about the President Netanyahu. I think that is an historical result because outside Israel they are not talking a lot about what they did, but the result, as you said, with Bahrain and with Emirates for the peace, and in future to have a possibility to build something stable in the direction of a peace, even with Saudi Arabia, is something that sound unbelievable and historical. And it's not just a regional result; it's a global result. If you think about what is the meaning of this kind of agreements, not just for the Middle East area, but all over the world.
And you mentioned, Mr. Grimaldi, President Donald Trump, who brokered these talks between Israel and the UAE and Bahrain. Later, he was, of course, nominated by a Norwegian member of parliament. We spoke to him last week and asked him, does he think that President Donald Trump has a good chance of receiving the award? He said he doesn't believe that the committee will be, in fact, will see that nomination without any impartiality. Do you believe Netanyahu has better chances than Trump?
In real, I hope they got both this premium, because it's possible they can give the premium to the two presidents that they got this kind of results. Of course, I will work in this direction. I will do my best to try they will get this result, because they deserve. I give you just one consideration. In the past, they gave the premium for the to the President Obama. Obama, he worked in the direction of the peace. He talked a lot about peace, but no one real result. The President Donald Trump and the President Netanyahu, they got a real facts in the direction to have a real peace. So if they gave the Nobel Premium for Peace to the President Obama, why don't be optimistic that there is something even more real in this case about the two presidents, that they got something more pragmatic, more concrete.
Indeed, the award that was given to President Obama was controversial at the time. Can you explain to us, Mr. Grimaldi, about your connection to the Israeli government, the Israeli Prime Minister, why you think this is important and you took this step?
But in real, I don't have so many connections. Of course, I know some colleagues. I work with Israel. I consider Israel a very important country because it's a very strong democracy. It's the only one democracy in that area, and I think we have to support Israel and what Israel with President Netanyahu is doing, because unfortunately, outside Israel they don't talk about what Israel is doing for to get the peace, or in the contrary, they even try to hide it sometimes, because some political forces, by the ideological point of view, they don't like Israel. They are close to Hamas. Maybe they have some economic interest in future with Iran, or by the political point of view, they appreciate the Iran regime. So it's important also just to candidate the President Netanyahu to underline what all Israel Israel is doing for the peace, to talk about this topic outside Israel and to make stronger what Israel is doing and give a kind of support in this work. And let's go on this way.
And we're certainly happy you joined us this hour to bring the story to the fore. Thank you, Paolo Grimaldi. We'll, of course, be following to see what happens when the nominations are announced. Thank you.